Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 500. Woo! I love the confetti. Yes, I'm super stoked to get confetti on the 500 consecutive episode. That was super. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But it's business as usual today, guys. The last couple of days, what we've been talking about is testing the lower extremity. Not only are we testing lower extremity function, but we're also trying to start to fix it too. So the original thing that we looked at a test, and we tested explosive power output on one leg. We did it with the broad jump, where we jumped off of one leg, landed on two. If you guys didn't see that episode, go back 2 episodes, you'll be able to find it from there. Then we went on the next day, which was just yesterday, and we assumed that the strength levels were the same, but we were trying to improve or train power output from one leg versus the other. And then, and what we did is we looked at the dominance level that we had. So if we had a differential between the left and right leg with our explosive power output, with our testing long jump from the day, broad jump from the day before that, we started to train power output, and we trained that with the explosive step up drill. Okay, that was yesterday's. Again, if you didn't see that, go back and look at those details as well. Today what we're going to do is we're going to train strength, because normally what happens is there's also a correlation with it, or there's a differential in strength dominance as well, right? So if I have one leg that doesn't have the same power output, normally it also doesn't have the same strength differential as well, because the easiest way to increase power output is to gain strength in that lower extremity. So today what we're going to do is a typical strength training cycle, strength building cycle, 5x5 program. We're going to use the Bulgarian split squat. Now, little technique or a little explanation of how we do Bulgarian split squat. We're going to have one leg that's elevated, the other leg that's the working leg, okay? The working leg in this case is going to be the leg that's in front. The leg that's elevated is kind of the accessory leg. Ideally, you wouldn't be using your kitchen stool. You'd be using either a box in the gym or a bench as well, right? The one leg, the working leg that you're working with, is going to be the leg that is in front. What you want to be able to do is replicate that squat position. So if I get down here to a squat like this, you can see how my knees are slightly over top my toes, but they're not extremely over top, okay? Same thing I want to be able to do, I want to be able to replicate that. So you have to find this happy medium area right here where you don't want to be stepping out too far, where you get all kind of off balance right here, but you don't want to be too close in where your knee gets jutted over top your toes. So you find that happy medium, right? The Berenstain Bears, was that what that? Or the Goldilocks, right? Just like Goldilocks, you want to find that right temperature porridge. Okay, so you find that happy spot, that golden spot, and what you're going to do is you're going to replicate that squat exactly how you would anything else. If you're squatting on 2 feet, get down here nice and deep. All the power comes from the back leg, or comes from the butt driving off this front leg. The back leg is just along for the ride, okay? And then imagine if we had a kettlebell, that's the way we would train it. I don't have a kettlebell, got a piece of Mother Nature right here. It's a rock. It's been along the ride before kettlebells ever existed, so I know this will work just as well. When we're training for strength, we want to keep the repetition low. That means that the effort level has to be very high. Somewhere in that 85 to 95 percentile range, okay? So you're going to have to be able to test that first, what you can get up there and what you can get up to, and then you're going to want to use 85 to 95% of that. And I would start out in the first couple weeks of that doing the 85, and towards the end working up to the 95%, right? So if I'm going to be able to use a kettlebell, arms are going to be locked in and supporting on top of the kettlebell, or on the bottom of the kettlebell, I should say, but supporting the kettlebell from the bottom, okay? Gets pulled into the chest, everything stays nice and tight. What you want to make sure that you're not doing here is dumping forward, okay? So chest stays up nice and tall, elbow stays locked in, back stays nice and tight. We go ahead, drive back up. One more repetition. Everything's in nice and tight, back is nice and tight, elbows are sucked in, and we're going to drop back down. All the power comes through the right glute in this case, okay? So we have Bulgarian split squats, and that is the strength component of what we're going to do to kind of try to even out or balance any asymmetries that we might have found from 2 days ago, okay? Now, little tweak on this. is our training program will change just a little bit. Like I said, we're going to use a typical 5x5 training program. That means 5 reps at 5 sets at 5 reps for the non-dominant side. So whatever side we tested as weaker, less explosive, that's going to get the typical 5x5. The side that tested dominant, okay, the stronger side, that's only going to get 3 sets of 5 repetitions. Okay, we're going to do this 3 times a week, retest in 4 weeks. Don't forget to test using the broad jump, okay? And don't forget to also work on that explosive capability alongside with the strength. Guys, I hope this helps you out, and until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.